What's good, y'all? Welcome back to our Washington Capitals franchise mode here on NHL 25, and we are geared up and ready to go for another season here in 2029-2030. So we're already, 6, 7 years into this already. So, yeah, if you missed the last episode, just some off-season stuff, took care of business there. Nothing too crazy, but we were able to re-sign Connor McMichael, who I have thrown on the third line here. And as I said in the last episode, I was going to do all the lines off camera, and I have done so. So let's take a look at this. And while I'm looking at this, shout out to Team USA for the World Juniors. Just won the gold medal. And, I mean, we have damn near half their team. I mean, their captain, Ryan Leonard, Cole Eiserman. We have Cole Hudson, who led the entire tournament in points as a defenseman. But yeah, they got it done. Overtime golden goal there for them against Finland, though. So it was a pretty good tournament. I watched most of it. Uh, Obviously, Canada losing in the quarterfinals again was a pretty big shocker. But shit, man, USA, let's fucking go 2 years in a row. But anyway, we have the lines all set up here. So first line, we're still gonna rock with the same first line: Iserman, Shooting, and Aginla. Second line, I have Neiman and Leonard, and I threw Gavin McKenna on that second line. He is listed as a second line forward. I do not want to try and stunt the growth of a franchise player. So we still got to prioritize maximizing our players' growth. So there is that. And that is why you see Connor McMichael there on the third line. He's going to be with the two young guns with Ethan Belchetz and Joe Aginla, of course, the brother of Tej, at least I'm pretty sure. Both sons of Jerome. And then fourth line, we have Vinny Trocheck, Philip Deneau, and Matthew Joseph. So kind of defensive fourth line. And they're helping out with the penalty kill as well. So defensively, also pretty much the same setup. We have Hughes and Matejchuk, Hudson and Bergfist, and then we have Andronov and Gill on the bottom pair there. And then in net, we have Daig, and we're going to start with Noonan just because he's the higher overall. But I know Vemelka did have uh, he did well for us last year. So if Noonan isn't getting the job done, he will move into that backup role. And then power play. So I went ahead and I did throw Gavin McKenna on the first line power play. Again, just trying to maximize his ice time, trying to get him to have, well, he kind of had that breakout year last year. Well, not really. 39 points, 49 points. If he can have that like 60-plus point year this year, that'd be awesome. But if he's struggling, then might have to make some changes. We'll just move up. Like I can move up Ryan Leonard. I can move up, well, TJ Gendla probably would be the guy. So he's going to kind of, take a back seat, not a back seat, but a little bit less ice time for him this year. These two, Shooting and Iceman, are just dynamic duos. So, again, they worked fine on that line. Last year, obviously, Iceman had 86 goals, Shooting with 87 assists, all the regular season records and awards and all that for us last year. So, but this year, I mean, obviously, we have to have a good regular season. I hope we don't just have a fluke year now that last year we made the playoffs and then we're just back to shit again. So hopefully we can continue to make the playoffs here. But I want to see some playoff success, obviously. First round exit was a little disappointing after the President's Trophy. Now, it was our first playoff round with this team as GM. At least I think. We might have made some with Ovi, but we didn't go nowhere. I don't think we did, though. I think we were just shit the whole time. It's That's what happens when I don't record for a while. But yeah, I just hope for the best for this team in the regular season. We can go through the penalty kill real quick. Got guys like Trocheck that we signed and know, and this is just kind of the offensive penalty kill here in case we needed like a breakout or something. I don't know. I just left it how it was. Extra lines, obviously keeping Shooting and Iserman together on 4-on-4, and then you can see 3-on-3 as well. So other ones we got like McKenna and Aginla, these two. So it's pretty much a similar setup. We do have McKenna up on the top six this year, and that second line does get a +5, so that's good. So yeah, I don't think we need to waste any more time, and we can get started here with the simulation for the regular season. All right, y'all. So before we get to the season start, I do have to remember to trade Parasak. In the last episode, I already mentioned it. We just don't have a spot for him. So just trying to move on for him. I am trying to get a first round pick out of him. I mean, he is a middle six guy, still only 23 years old. He can definitely become something. 36 points last year, 41 the year before. So he's proven that he can produce a little bit in the NHL. He just hasn't got a lot of ice time. So I'm actually trying to pick up a first round pick for him. Calgary's pick, it's not too valuable, and their team honestly isn't like the craziest. They have an insane top pair of Cooper Ryan and Perek. I'm pretty sure they're both OFDs as well, which is crazy. Yeah. So those two might go crazy, but forward wise, I mean, they have a 90, some higher 80s, but I can see this team being like a lottery team or a mid-table team. So with how low value their pick is, it's about the same as Parasack. Just had to add Luke Misa for a roster filler. See if that goes through. Not quite. I'm willing to add a little bit to this though. I think getting a first round pick for this year would be kind of cool, just to, in case we're a good team, we can still have a chance at the lottery. Let's see here. These are the guys matching the block, but pretty much everybody. Oh, we still have Trethaway, who was an RFA as well. So, uh, actually, before we make this trade, are there any moves involving both of these guys? Where is Trethaway? Right there. How do I do this again? Wait, I have to go to find trade screen. That's right. Uh, and this is the screen. Okay. So let's scroll down here because we don't have a spot for Trethaway either. We already have our D filled out, and I really don't want to pay him what he's asking for. No trades found. Okay, how about just for Trethaway? Uh, okay, these are like the same trades I was being offered. So honestly, we could get a first for him as well. So let's try to get this first from Calgary to start off with. So go Calgary. Did not want to do that. Calgary, and then Misa again, just to add the roster filler. And then it looked like Trethaway was a little bit more valuable, so let me just try him to see if they'll do that straight up. Yeah, it looks like he is. And no. Okay, so honestly, they already have good defense, and he's not signed, so we're not really helping their. They need forward, so if we give them a defenseman, that'll probably be worse for them, which is what we want. um, let's see, is there any like prospects we can give up? This Yakupov dude, okay, low 4 is pretty bad. Low 6, Olsen. I think we just drafted him. Wow, okay, that's what pushed it over the edge, I guess. All right, so we pick up a first round pick from Calgary. And then let's try to move on from Parasack as well. So any of the Western teams that want him, Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks. I mean, they do have Bedard, Levshunov. This team is pretty good, but if their pick isn't that valuable, okay, it's more valuable than it should be. Any other Western teams have a lower value first round pick. Detroit isn't in the West anymore. I mean, there's Edmonton. They do. I mean, they are Edmonton, but I don't know. Let me just see if there's any other options before I do that. LA doesn't want him, and they're overpaying. Honestly, Edmonton's fine. It doesn't have to be a lottery pick. It's as long as we can get like a first for him, that'd be cool. I mean, actually, might be able to add to this as well. They didn't get 2 firsts for him. Okay, obviously not straight up. If I had a third, their own third, you guys can have it back. Too far off. Okay, so we're getting close. Again, any rookies that are kind of shitty that we can add? How about Myers? Okay, not quite. Maybe a defensive prospect to go with them. I know we're kind of cheesing the eye here, but their stupidity is my advantage. Still no. Give me something. You know what? Since we're getting 2 firsts, I'll even give you a little. This low elite dude. He's a complete like just a project. 49 overall, but he's got something to him. It's not just a complete shitter. Okay, still no. I guess I don't blame him. And then we'll add Myers. Still no. Okay, how about I add another pick then, I guess. I don't know. 5th rounder. Boom, there we go. All right. So that was definitely kind of cheesing the AI, but we won't talk about it. Yes, now we got 2 first-round picks for this year and next year. We have our own and... Oh, actually, we don't even have our own this year. So we have Calgary and Edmonton's this year and our own in Edmonton's next year. So, yeah, that's actually good that we traded for a first for this year because we didn't even have ours. That's probably part of the Quinn Hughes thing, wasn't it? Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about that. We didn't even see who Vancouver took. Let's see. All right. I don't even know if they took anybody then. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I haven't recorded. I mean, I've recorded recently, but from that point, it's been probably a couple months. But anyway, let's get to the regular season. Not the boring shit's out of the way. We can finally see if Cole Eiserman has 90 goals in him. But honestly, I don't even care if he does that again. As long as he was, he could score 40, 50 goals, even 30. As long as we're winning, I don't care. I do want to see our guys produce for their own sake and for player growth and all that. I really want to see a big year out of McKenna. That's what I want to see. I need to break out like 60-plus point year. As here we go. We're actually going to be doing an interconference matchup to start the year at home against St. Louis. Let's get a slow sim game in here to start the year in Washington against St. Louis. First period is a 1-0 lead, and there it is. Cole Eiserman, his first of the year in his first game. We are getting outshot, but we do lead 1-0. Second period, still 1-0. All right, shots are about even now, so we've caught up in that department. And let's hopefully we can hold on to this lead and add to it. There we go. 12 Neiman gets us a 2-0 lead. Power play for St. Louis, and we're able to kill it off. There we go. Some of our new free agents, like Vinny Trocheck, Philip Deneau, killing some penalties for us. About 5 minutes left, a 2-0 lead here. Can we hang on here? 3 minutes. Neiman again pretty much puts the dagger in there, and I was just about to say a shutout, and Jordan Kyrou spoils it with 7 seconds. Still a good outing for Dake to start out the year. And, perfect. McKenna with 2 assists to start the year as well. Probably both on that Eiserman goal, and then shooting get an assist on the the Neiman is what I meant. And you bet shooting in Ginla. So top 6 clicking early. Dag with a good outing, so that's good to see. Really, really good first game. All right, let's get about a couple months in. Get some more slow simming in. Pittsburgh. Let's go up to this game against Chicago. Let's just get right into the season here. So yeah, NHL wise, hasn't been too many big storylines. I guess Vancouver with the Pedersen and Miller situation. Looks like Pedersen's going to be out of there as they keep scratching him. So that's something to watch. Obviously Ovechkin back from injury, he's still killing it. He's really trying to get it this year. I honestly, so at the beginning of the year, I said I think he'll break the record, but next year. And then he got off to a hot start, and I was like, okay, he might have a chance then. But then getting hurt, I think he might miss it by even if he stays hot, I think he'll still miss it by just a little bit this year. But I think he's definitely looking good to break it next year. I mean, if he can produce at this level still at his age, which is insane, I think he's got it. As we have taken some big losses, but our record is pretty good to start. Excuse me. Wow, okay, yeah. 3 losses to end there wasn't good. But we are second in the division, so hopefully just a little rut we're in right now. Let's take a look at the stats. Wow, I can see at the bottom, Anuna not getting it done. So I'm going to make that change before I even look at anything else. Yeah, 885 not getting it done. Okay. Yeah, and he had 5 games, so that's enough. Vimelk will get his first start of the year. How's Dag doing, though? 907. Okay, could be better, but take a look at some of the other numbers here. Where do I go again? I think up here. Yep, stats. All right. Shooting leading the way with 34 points and 20. Wow, okay. Jesus. God damn. All right. So the first line is absolutely fucking killing it. 34 points for shooting, 13 points over a game. That doesn't 13 points. Wow. Never mind what I was saying. 34 points in 21 games, 31 points in 21 games for TJ Ginla, 28 for Eiserman, 24 goals. It is insane that is kept to pace. Leonard was 17, McKenna was 17, and Neiman with 14 has been very good. It's just that third line. Belchet's -4, McMichael a -7. Okay, so he is struggling a bit right now in his sheltered role. So that's a bit concerning. Defensively, Quinn Hughes still point per game. Hudson's still with 18 points. And honestly, I didn't know if he was still going to be able to produce like he did last year. Off to a good start so far, +7. Bottom pair looks to be struggling a bit. Might just switch their sides, see if that helps. And then obviously we see the goalie stats already. Okay, so could be just a slow start for that third line and the bottom pair. The top six is killing it. Especially that dude. That is crazy that they so sim like that. I did not expect that. Let's go ahead and switch Gil and Andrano. Sometimes it just works. I don't know why. And then, honestly, Ginla and Belchis have 1T, and they're on their same side. Let's try to switch it. I know they're left wing and right wing on the opposite side, but maybe the 1T will come into effect there. So we'll try that out. Kind of the same strategy we had for the defensive pairing. And then I do want to check our extensions, actually, because this is going to be a huge, huge offseason for us coming up. So, TJ Ginla wants an extension. Matejchuk does want an extension. McMichael we don't know yet because we signed him recently. Bergqvist does not. And neither does Andronov and Gill. Okay. So, let's just take a look at what kind of money these guys want. Start off with TJ Ginla. 4 years. He wants a low K. 11.5 million. He wants to get paid. Now, obviously, off to a very hot start. We might have been better off trying to sign him at the beginning of the year. So that is something. Matejchuk at 7 million is not shit, honestly. Okay, 4 years is like, looks like 3 years is that sweet spot. Honestly, I might. Man, we only have $35 million though, but I'm more worried about him and Ginla. God damn, I'm sorry. Honestly, well, obviously, if McMichael continues to struggle, he might drop in overall, which might drop his asking price from what he usually asks for. And we do have RFA status for the Ginla still. This Matejchuk contract is just too good to pass up, I think. So if we can get him at like 7.5 for 3 years, I mean, we could just try 4 or 5. It's not, none of this is budging. Let me see how low I can get. Wow, he is not budging. Good. Oh, it is. I just didn't stop. Uh, we can offer him like an even 7 mil for 3 years. No clause. Honestly, I'm willing to do that right now. 90 overall top pair defenseman, absolutely. And then we don't have to extend Daig right now. That's good. Yeah, so I'm good with extending him. And we're gonna get about another month or two in here. Hopefully that third line can pick it up and that bottom pair can regroup and better goaltending. So let's get up to actually, you know what? I said I was gonna slow sim this game. We might as well. In Chicago. And Chicago is off to a good start. Was that one of the teams we traded their pick for? Or was it? It was no, it was Calgary and Edmonton. Those were the two. So we'll take it. I didn't even see where they were at. I'll have to peek there in a second. So first period, 1-0 Chicago. Oliver Moore on the power play. Second period, 2-1 them. Neiman in for us. Oliver Moore again for them though. Third period, so we are down 1. We are getting outshot. Power play for Chicago goes nowhere. And right after, Cole Eiserman on the power play, his 25th of the year already. We're not even like fully 2 or 3 months in, whatever it is. Power play for us goes nowhere about halfway through the period here. Shots are even. 5 minutes left, and Shudin buries one with 5 minutes. We do take a penalty immediately, kill it off. Power play for us. A minute left, and we hang on and complete the comeback there. 3-2 victory in Chicago. Big 2 points for us there. As you can see, no love for us, of course, because we're away. But yeah, I'll take the victory there. Vemelka good in his debut this year. Proven to be why I should have just started him in the first place. Well, not started him, but just threw him in. So Oilers are the top of the Central. And then Pacific-wise, the Flames are tied for worst. So that's good at least. Yeah, Edmonton's probably going to be good, which is fine. Maybe next year's pick will be shit anyway. So let's get up to this game against Pittsburgh. Actually, we have a home and home against them, so we can go up to the game in Washington. And Matejchuk does accept our offer, so that's good. And like I said, there's no clause on there, so if we run into an issue, I don't see why we would need to trade him, but there is that if we do. So good flexibility. Well, at least for next year, for signing these guys. But if we need to sign like Shudin and Eiserman and we need to make tough decisions, we do have that option there. As we are starting to win some games here again, so we're looking like we're looking good right now. Don't want to say autopilot. Anything can happen. Uh, Up against Dallas is taking a minute. There we go, 7-5. So, we do have some high-scoring games, which is a bit concerning, but at least opponent scoring is what I meant. Well, hey, we're 23-9-5. We are first in division by 6 points. The Islanders, who we just lost to 7-3. Oh, we had a home and home, so 2 points each way. Where's Pittsburgh at these days? They're kind of middle of the their record's middle of the table. They're bottom of the division though. Rangers fell off just like real life. God, it is. I think I've said before I'm a Rangers fan. It is rough. We did whoop Chicago today, but I mean, who hasn't? All right, so home against Pittsburgh here. We are in January 7th. And here we go, first period. 1-1 Quinn Hughes and Ricard Raquel. Second period, Philip Deneau and Rucker McGroarty. And let's just slow in the third here. Shots are even. Score is even. So just about who's going to come out with the victory here in the third. Power play for Pittsburgh halfway through the period. It's a long one. And we kill it off. Good. 5 minutes left. We get a power play ourselves, but can't take advantage. 3 minutes left. But we have overtime. And you know what? Let's get some gameplay in here. Let's hop into this. All right, here we go. Opening draw for overtime. Shooting versus... Honestly, I didn't even see who that was. All right, looks like they have Kevin Fiala. Okay. Pesci walks right in, but a big save by... I'm just going to assume Diggs in the net. And they come out of the zone to retain possession here. Fiala with an... I don't... looks like... Oh, Matthew Patras. That was their first line center. He gets a shot, and Diggs with the save. And he will cover. So, not off to a good start here in overtime. But good to see the team. You know, we haven't really seen too much gameplay. So, yeah, get some in here. Defensive zone face-off shooting versus Rucker McGroarty they have out now. Shooting able to win it. Iceman over to Cole Hudson. Hudson over to Shudin. They got a 2-on-1 here. Shudin. Oh, to Hudson. One-timer. Big save. Hudson down to Iserman. He turns it over to Pesci. And Devereaux Hudson, or McKenna not back. Dang, a big save on the backhand. And he will cover again. Wow, we are looking like shit right now. And now they got play by, I thought it was Iserman, but it might have been McKenna out there by that point. And big hit by shooting, though. Too bad we were giving up a 2-on-1 in the process. All right, we got McKenna, Ginla, and Hughes out there. We got Devereaux, McGroarty, and whoever the defenseman is. We do win the face-off. McKenna up the left wing. He skates it in. McKenna and loses the puck. All right, Lucas Dostal covers for them. Very exciting overtime to start. All right, come on, boys. Let's get into the extra point here against our old rival. Matthew Patras does win the face-off. Zach Whitecloud out there for them. Patra has it. Up to Fiala. Somehow gets through. I don't know what we're doing on defense. Dave with the save. And he will cover. Come on, Matej, I just paid you $7 million a year. You better get out there and fucking do shit. All right, we have Ginla versus McGroarty once again on the draw. And Ginla does win it. Back to Matejchuk. Up to McKenna. There just doesn't seem to be any defense played by either team. McKenna moves in to get stripped of the puck. Rucker McGroarty up center between his legs. Moves right in. Might have a guy in front. He moves it to him, but TJ Ginla able to take it away. Ginla able to move it up. And they got a 2-on-0. Matejchuk. McKenna. Game on his... Wow, that was a weak-ass shot. AI still looking great. Yeah, good job, guys. The fuck, man. By the way, I have played this game. When this game first came out, and they always do this. When the first came out, but for the first patch drop, this game was fun as hell. The gameplay was amazing, and then they had their patch, or whatever they did, and the game is unplayable. I can't even fucking play it. Iserman down to Shudin. He's tied up. And just no help. And we just... Okay. Whatever's going on. Fiala one-on-one with Quinn Hughes. And Quinn Hughes able to strip the puck from him. Shudin. Move the puck. There you go. Hughes. Oh my god. You got Iserman with you. Hughes. And you fuck it up. Nice. Owen Pickering. Okay. Oh, I thought we got a boarding call. Patra. One-on-one against Cole Iserman. Probably not going to match up for us. Dang, a big glove save, and he'll cover. But yeah, this game is just, it's so clunky still. It's funny because I think the reason is they keep adding all these animations in, which is cool, but the more animations you add, it's just going to be clunkier gameplay. I was playing NHL 17 earlier. Great game, by the way. And it's a lot less animation based, but the game is a lot smoother. Like, the passing is probably the worst part about the game. It's still bad, but you can do shit. Like, you can play hockey. This game just feels like, I don't know, like you're just poke checking all that. It's just bad. It's just really bad. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. All right, Niemanen up to Ryan Leonard. He carries in, toe drag over to Cole Hudson, who shoots. Big save, Dostal, and he pokes it out. Leonard giving chase to it. Niemanen tried to walk in, but he's shut off there. Niemanen still chasing after it, though. Good effort from him. Niemanen down to Hudson. Leonard teed it up, but stopped. Hudson a big drive, and that one is saved. We're not really getting any high-quality chances. Hudson tried to move it down, but he was taken away. Niemanen over to Leonard. Here we go. There it is. Ryan Leonard, his 9th of the year. And the Capitals come out with the extra point here in Washington. That horn is loud as hell for me. I don't know if it is for you guys, but holy. And the fans will go home happy here in Washington. There we go. All right. Can I skip this? Or okay, I guess not. Just good effort by Niemanen. Oh, yeah. Just right it back across his body. Niemanen was the MVP of that overtime, though. Only one showing any kind of effort. And Captain America with the overtime winner. Alright, like, just because I did CPU game, I can't skip this. Oh, there we go. It's because I paused it. Alright. That is a crazy line, considering the times. Did you guys hear that from, what's this dude's name? Samolsky? That was a crazy line. Alright, so, 24-9-5 now with that victory. Let me just sum up to the other game just to make sure the stats go through. I think they should anyway, but... Alright, let's take a look at these stats. Shooting still leading the way, 49 points. So they slowed down a little bit, but I mean, Iserman's still 35 goals, 38 games. Yeah, they're all about point per game. Hughes is over point per game. Second line, though, they definitely slowed down. Neiman at 27 points, Leonard 26, McKenna 25, and there you go. McMichael picked it up 18 points, 17 for Belchets. Joe Gillis still down there a little bit. He does have 9 goals. Yeah, fourth line in the negatives. They do a decent amount of points, though, which is good. And then defensively, Hudson slowed down a little bit. Still having a good year, though. 27 points. What did he have last year? 52. So probably get around at least like 40-something, which is good. It's good to have a secondary producing defenseman. And then, yeah, that bottom pair completely did a 180. +6 and a +3 is good to see. Vebelka's been incredible, a 936. And Dagan 912, he's picked it up as well. So, all right. Second line has fallen off a little bit, but let me see if I can do anything here. We could try McKenna at center. It's worse face-offs, but not by too much, I don't think. Leonard does have 86, so I don't really want to do that. I don't know. We'll try that because that worked for everything else. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, everything else is good. So I say we get to the... God damn, what is wrong with me? Let's get to the trade deadline. And we'll call it there. If you guys have any suggestions for what we should do at the deadline, you guys let me know. Of course, we got to get up to that point, though. So we do beat Pittsburgh again. Anything else I want to talk about? Let me see. Cover the World Juniors. Covered the kind of nothingness that's going on in the NHL. Winter Classic was a big flop this year. Viewership was down. I think it was the lowest. I think it was under 1 million. And had the lowest ratings ever for a Winter Classic. Didn't help that it was played in 2024 on New Year's Eve. And on New Year's Eve, when no one's fucking worried about hockey, because it just pisses me off, the sport. or this league doesn't know how to market itself. I don't know. Thought the ESPN thing would help, but I don't know. It just hasn't been great for. There's been a little bit of growth, but it's just I don't know. They could do so much better. But I guess we could talk about. I did see the Sharks out there. Macklin Celebrini has looked really good. Point per game about in his rookie year. Obviously, a pretty decent rookie class going on right now. Matt Michkov has been good. Lane Hudson's been good. If you want to consider Stankoven a rookie, I mean, he technically is by games played. He's been good, but I watched Stankoven in the World Juniors. He was amazing for Team Canada 2 years ago. And even the short stuff I've seen with him in Dallas, he's looked about the same. So he's going to be really good. Beachcroft's looking good. As I mentioned, Celebrini looks like. Now you're getting debates about Celebrini versus Bedard, so that tells you how good he's been. As we can slow us in this game against the Canucks really fast to end this episode. First period, 2-1 to us. David and Iserman, Lakirmaki for them. Second period, Trocheck for us, Sillinger for them, and let's just quick in the third, and we hang on 3-2 victory. They had like 30 shots, so whoever was in net did really good. And Vemelka, who's been making an argument to be the starter for the playoffs at this point, assuming his numbers are still up there. Let's take a quick peek. Edmonton is still first. Honestly, they're about to win the President's Trophy. And the Flames, they're still down there. So that's, oh yeah, they're terrible. They are the second worst team in the league, them and the Golden Knights. So that is good to see. That'd be funny if we had pick 1 and 32. But I hope not. Yeah, Vemelka's still in 920, so he's doing amazing. Uh, so final stat check before we head to... Wow. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. Well, we're having a similar season to last year. Shooting already point per game. Uh, fucking unfair. Iceman 54 goals already. I'm just gonna assume he leads the league. I'll check in a second. Quinn Hughes 70 points. Again, on that line point per game. Cole Hudson has been incredible. Wow. Okay. 46 points already. He might get more than last year. Niemanen's been good. McKenna's picked it up again. It's looking like he'll at least reach 50 points. I hope so. That's good. Keep improving. Leonard's been okay. Third line, trod off a bit again. They're still good, though. Matejchuk. Let me look at defensemen by themselves. Well, here's goalie. Okay, yeah, Daig has struggled. So, 902. Right now, well, the game's going to start Daig, but for the playoffs, it's looking like Vemelka's net, unless Daig wants to pick it up. But, I mean, last year, sorry, I sound like I have shit in my throat. Uh, I mean, last year he was sub 900, so yeah, it's not looking good for him for the starter, and might be something to watch for the future as well. We got to pay attention to that. But yeah, defensively, we saw the two Hughes, Hudson. Yeah, okay. Again, bottom pair trade off a little bit. Seems to be like when the third line isn't cooking, the bottom pair isn't. Entire league, holy shit. Okay, 105 points at the deadline for Pedersen. Oh, okay. So I don't think Iserman's getting. Are you serious? Austin Matthews. Holy shit. This game is broken. This franchise mode is bugging out. 68 goals in 63 games. So, yeah, he's having a. Yeah, I mean, these. Wow. Look at the goal scoring 54 and 62, 55 and 60 for Bedard. I mean, these three are just three-headed monsters for goal scorers right now. That is insane. I mean, there's three guys over four, or four guys over 40 over here. That is nuts. Yeah, go back to the entire league. So Pedersen's up there, Matthews, obviously, JT Miller. So these two getting a lot of this universe, I guess. McDavid, of course, Besser. Take a look at defenseman. That is not defenseman. Quinn Hughes leading the way by 10 points. Awesome. Looks like he's leading the plus minus as well. So hopefully another Norris for him upcoming. And then in net, Hofer, the most wins, but a shitty save percentage. Hellebuck has been good. Yeah, I guess goalie percentages are down with how good the league is, so can't be too mad at Dig. And then rookie scoring, Kevin Camilleri, Victor Eklund's not the greatest rookie class unless there's a good rookie goalie. Uh, Clara has been decent. He's been pretty good actually, Damian Clara. Uh, so there is that. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna leave it. And insane scoring in the league right now. That is that is crazy. Yeah. So there we are. So we're at the deadline again. We're one of the best teams in the league still. One last check at the standings. We are second in the division, 4 points behind the Hurricanes, and the oh yeah, we'd seen the Flames and Oilers. We didn't even look at ourselves at first. But yeah, so look like another playoff team upcoming this year. Let me know if you guys want us to make any moves. If you guys have any suggestions, and who should we start come the playoff time if these numbers remain sort of the same. So appreciate you guys catching up and watching this one. The next episode we will end the year, get a wrap up, and then the episode after that will be the playoffs. So, like I said, appreciate you guys watching, and as always, you guys take care.